figure out
Yeah.
how to best approach this.
Yeah.
And we just kind of said, you know, we just need to present what we have and kind of hand it off to you guys.
In both cases, you're tearing down the south wing?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
Sure. Yeah.
We use the word value. Several people used it during, in the course of the conversation. Repurposing the basement, what is the basement of the gym right now, is more expensive, but in the long-term value, if you really want to look years down the road, what are you going to get more use out of? And like you said, eventually, at first, you think, bathhouse in the basement, and that's all part of the pool, but long-term, that bathhouse / locker room is going to be used for so many more other things, if that's what you choose to do. And that kind of falls outside of our area, but kind of inside of our area, it's kind of in a gray. That's why we gave you two options. But as far as, the added value of what happens down the road, there's much more value utilizing what the basement of that gymnasium is. And that's why we threw that word in there so many times, because we feel strongly about it.
Anyone else?
Did you look at putting this pool anywhere on the property without tearing down anything?
No, I mean, this would be the best spot as far as visibility from 150 coming into town, and also this spot, or the south wing, has kind of been deemed like not a good place to have any more facilities, in the
Right.
previous study. So, and then the main thing was like the visibility. I mean, if we knew it was going to come down, we thought that would be kind of the best spot for it to be. I mean, like I said,
What if we bought the existing parking lot?
what's that?
That existing parking lot?
But then,
Then you'd have the same visibility,
but
pretty
then,
much.
We did look at that. I'm sorry, I keep getting
no,
on.
it's fine. It says all.
We did look at that, and again, it was like, kind of like we talked about with Sandburg Hill and some of the other parks. You got a community, you're getting closed in on all sides from houses, and of course the school on one side, and a lot of traffic all the way around. We just thought, between the two, we eliminated the parking lot. We actually talked about where the tennis courts are right now too. And you're talking about such a narrow area, it's not easy to get in and out as compared to what we have right now. So we just thought, as far as that, we use the term, cringe-worthy zones, we'd eliminate a lot of that cringing as you get a lot of traffic coming and going at the same time.
So you're actually looking more into longevity and how this is going to work years from now and added to it. Good job.
I think one of the reasons we had so many versions too is because we rotated this thing so many different times and tried to set it on different spots like that. And then this just seemed to flow with that. So.
And it's close to our campgrounds that we can expand on.
Yep.
I think you guys done a great job. I appreciate what you're offering to us or recommending.
When you say open during the summer, is it from previous experience, is it like, would we lose quite a bit of this summer? Well, it really wouldn't matter because we have the old pool anyways until, so it basically, it doesn't matter.
We talked a lot about that, Mike, that, you lose that whole summer and you have all those kids out running around in the parks or wherever versus being at the pool. You can, where we're going. So how important was to keep the pool open.
Yeah.
And that was really.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, that seemed really important to the committee, to keep the pool open and not build on the same site.
Is this gonna be an enclosed pool?
No.
No. With all the things that you talked about, Bob, of all the work that needs to be done on the pool, we could get a year or two out of it while this is being built in another area close by. I'm sorry, I just love to put you on the spot. Well,
We just need to go to work, get the high school deal done.
You can do it, right?
There.
Yeah.
We hope every year,
Right.
I mean, obviously, it would be something unforeseen that would cause us to close something. As Heather said, the year that she moved here was the year we lost those bumps.
Right.
And it was the year the down county in 08, and they weren't producing those.
I agree with
They were waiting for orders until they built things. They didn't have that inventory. So, I mean, times have changed, but, like I said, we do have some major issues, the valve, the main drain valve, and things like that continue to leak and continue to cost us money, but, you know, right now, we just don't know. I mean, obviously, we plan on opening next year, so.
I'm just worried, I mean,
Yeah.
because
did have-
we
did
described
have
exactly
options
what was,
painted this year.
Okay.
The condition, and I know Steve can attest this, is $8,000 over what we even thought, just because of the condition of the expansion joints and the width, and it just moved so much in the last, 7 years since we did it last. So, they had to use a, completely new caulk that they hadn't used before. So it's becoming harder and harder to keep it going. We did get a paint on it, which, should help it hold for, usually 6 years on that, but there's other things that are probably gonna fail long before the 6 years, so.
you did such a well job of presenting why we need a new aquatic center. I didn't want the community to think that that meant that
No,
we
we'll
had to
plan on being
eliminate,
open,
that
yeah.
we
I
still
mean,
can,
like
we
I
can
said,
still
if
function,
we go
and-
to
but
fix
not
the main
forever.
drain, we gotta take out the slide. If, so right now, we're just putting Band-Aids on, and
Yeah.
we'll continue to put those Band-Aids on until we can get into a new facility, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Didn't mean to put you on the
No,
spot.
that's okay.
So if we, well, if we don't choose to at least tear down the south end of the high school, kind of have to go back to square one, right, as far as location. So in the $4.5 to $6 million, is that, is tearing
Includes that.
tearing
That's
down
included.
that and getting
Yeah.
all that
Yes.
done is included in that?
Yes.
Well, we can get the school to pay for that, so.
right.
That's not a
It's
problem.
not gonna be as big a number as you hope, Mike.
Yeah.
I
Good
do have
thoughts.
one other question, it's maybe for you, I asked it to the council today. If we, regardless of what happens to the school, even if it's torn down completely, you have to take the asbestos out of it, correct? I mean,
I would assume.
yeah.
We're on TV.
I
Yes, we
think
do.
that's correct. So, basically, and I don't wanna appear like a hawk to the school, but the school, in our discussions, that should be part of our discussions too.
Well,
We-
that and all the.
I mean,
you know,
regardless of
potential
whatever
costs
happens
that are
to it.
there
Yeah.
associated with the building, that's all stuff we need to research and
Which
look
is
at.
part of the reason that has not been totally settled yet. We are in negotiations and speaking
Okay.
of this, so,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. Well, in order to make it so we can continue our city council meeting and end before midnight, I appreciate all that you guys did, and your length of time is okay, I guess. We'll forgive you later. No, you guys are very, very active on this, and have done such a good job, so thank you very much, so.
Thanks, you guys.
Materials
Thank
that
you.
were
Thank you, guys.
presented and discussed tonight, could you give me a copy of those for the city's file?
I didn't get a copy either. I didn't even get the pictures. I had to look on
Is
yours.
that one on your desk?
We'll find it.
Maybe Steve.
Steve stole it.
Did you steal it?
You can have it in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, you won't take that out of town, will you?
No.
You'll leave that here? Okay, good. Thanks again for all of it.
If you had your choice, which one would you want?
That might be divided, huh?
No, I mean,
It just all kind of depends what the study, how it comes out. I mean, obviously, I'm a taxpayer, I'm looking out for the taxpayers too, and I want our best bang for our buck. And like you said, even if they did demolish everything, old grounds, you could still use our standalone one, it doesn't have to be just, we could just probably reconfigure it, but, I'm definitely wanna look out for the community, obviously, so we have a lot of fundraising going on, and we just wanna kinda don't wanna be bombarding people with that kind of thing, so, hope that helps.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Brad.
Now we need time to move on, okay?
he didn't answer the question.
Okay, thank you. We will move on to hearings. Number 3, to adopt a resolution approving the development agreement with Buchanan County Economic Development Commission, authorizing annual appropriation tax increment payments and pledging certain tax increment revenues to the payment of the agreement. I need a motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice to public hearing.
Got a motion.
Motion by Vaughn, second.
Second.
second by Holland. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Thank you. Then I need a motion to hold a hearing.
Got a motion?
Motion by Vaughn,
I'll
second
second.
by Grover. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Thank you. So we will hold the hearing. There was no objections on file for this? Okay. Okay. Any other questions during this time? Then I need a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
Got a motion?
Motion by Vaughn. You're really covering tonight. Good job.
Just
Second
so
by, second by Dallenbach. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Motion carried. Now I need a motion to adopt the resolution.
No motion.
Motion by Grover,
Second.
second by Vaughn. I need a roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Venus,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Dallenbach,
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried. Number 4, consider adopting a resolution approving the home occupation permit to Steve Flocker for BBQ for You Custom Catering.
Got
I
a
need-
question about that. How come we never put the names of them people on the actual agenda?
On the what?
Actual agenda, the names are never put on there.
Because you have something in your paperwork that tells you all the information and everything that he's done to get to that point. That's why it's not on the agenda itself.
Okay.
Buried back in there.
But, and I
noticed it
support,
never was on
I
there.
support Denny in this because for the years that I used to attend city council meetings and you sit there and you look at that particular item, folks sitting here, obviously the folks at home don't have that same luxury, but the folks sitting here looking at the agenda, they don't know what it means or what it's about.
Yeah. I just wondered how come it wasn't on there.
You can.
Probably
add
a good idea to have the
Clear,
address
We
on
can
there.
start
clear
adding it.
English and, you know, those kind of things, try to get away from the Carter
Just
Stevens.
defeat the Easter bunny. We really don't know,
Language.
you know?
We will look into doing that or try and put that on the next agenda that we have something
Anyway,
like
you got
this.
a motion.
Well, I have a question. I have another question. Is this more so that he can actually cook there and, you know, outside, park his stuff, or just exactly, I haven't talked to Steve, I don't.
Can we get into these questions?
Yeah,
We should
let's-
continue with the motions. This is just
Right.
receiving and file the proof of publication.
Okay, so I have a motion to
Okay.
consider the resolution itself. We need that first. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing. And we got Vaughn, second by Dallenbach. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. I now need a motion to hold a hearing.
No motion.
Motion by Grover, second by
Second.
Dallenbach. And there is no objections on file, okay? And this is the time you can ask your questions during this hearing.
I just
Sorry for
had a
interrupting.
question. I don't know what Steve's intention are, as far as, I assume that neighbors say, or, you know, they have an input, but is it just for like parking his stuff, or is it for cooking
Basically,
there?
just for operating a business within a residential neighborhood from your home. I don't think the intent is to do it outside, I think it's to do it inside, but the main intent of these home occupation permits, and Doug, you can correct me on this, was basically to keep track of, you know, and allow the adjacent property owners a chance to, you know, address any concern or share any thoughts as far as traffic coming and going from a residence.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
you don't wanna have,
Okay.
you know, if it becomes so busy that they got cars and delivery trucks coming all day, it's probably something you don't want in a residential neighborhood, so, that's really the intent.
And
Okay,
it's
so
a
has
catering, it's a
Angie-
catering service, so he's gonna be
Right.
doing the work cooking on the ground,
I see.
putting it in the.
So has Angie already applied for one for the piano business, or does that come separate, or is it all?
That would be something separate.
Okay.
This is strictly for his barbecue for you, his catering
Okay.
business.
We gotta get a barbecue out of it.
What? Are we going to get a barbecue out of it? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, anybody have to
Deal
be
with
at the
that.
historical
Okay.
banquet on Saturday, got to
Yes.
eat that, and it was really
Yes.
good.
Yeah, he catered that one.
Okay.
Okay,
And I think there was just one signature, there's only one adjacent property owner right now, apparently.
Yep.
There's more than one, but there's only one name on, signed off on the,
There should have been, there's one across the street to the west, there's one across the street to the north, actually, and there's gonna be one right south of me, and another one across the street to the north. But I don't know anything about this, so I don't know who
Don't you have to approve it?
I guess not.
Apparently not. huh?
Yeah, apparently not. I don't know, I really don't know anything about it.
Okay.
'Cause I thought we were supposed to send out letters to all the adjoining property owners and, I mean, regardless if their house is there or not, they're still an adjoining property owner because they own the property.
Mhm.
Put it on the back
So
burner
it's
or-
somebody's responsibility to do that, I assume.
Evidently, we've changed the way we do things. I can't answer that. I don't know where it came from, or
Should-
how it even got
should-
on the.
Should we put it on the back burner until we get that straightened out?
Yep.
You didn't
Or-
get, you didn't get anything on this at all?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Because
but
there's a,
Just now, that I knew it was on here, but I didn't know who it was because.
Sarah,
I figured
there
it
you
was
go.
the
Wasn't
one
on.
that had already had one and they were just renewing it.
Wasn't on there.
good reason why we need to have the name, huh?
I think it'd be great if you guys wanna take it over and I don't have anything to do with it.
Well, rather than,
No, it sounds like it's Doug's job to get the other signatures and we can just hold it for,
no, rather than go through the process of holding this thing, I'd just simply suggest that if we go through with the approval process pending completion of the surrounding neighbors signing off.
An application. Because you have to sign off on the applications, don't you? Usually? No?
Nope.
I just.
Never have?
Basically, what happens to them is they come to me, I'm the one that gets the paperwork ready, and it goes out to the adjoining neighbors, if there's going to be, and what we try to do is get the ones that are directly adjoining to them, we don't go throughout the whole neighborhood, but, normally those people would get paperwork, and you would be holding a public hearing tonight, so they would be able to come and voice their, if they were, I guess that they would be able to come in and voice their opinion.
But along with the application, isn't there a fee that they pay, they submit to, in submitting their application?
$50.
Mhm.
Did that get submitted?
You know,
Who took this application?
I think we need to take a step back. I'm not sure about John's suggestion. I think if people need to sign it,